Let's be honest, you guys thought I would never upload another video to YouTube again. And to be fair, that is a completely reasonable assessment. Back in 2017, I stopped right in the middle of my Pokemon Crystal playthrough and I never uploaded anything to YouTube again. Every now and again, I made some changes to maybe some of the banners, the profile picture, I rebranded, but I never actually did anything with the channel. And I gotta say, there's a lot of things that happened back in 2017 that made me stop doing YouTube. I was a little overwhelmed, I had some personal things going on, and I just didn't have the time to dedicate that I would like to. Well, recently, I've been looking at the channel, I've been noticing a lot of comments, and you guys have been really supportive. Over the past 3 years, we've gotten more subscribers, more views, more comments than I did when I was active, which is crazy to me. But in addition to that, recently I'm noticing over the past few months, even days, that I'm getting a lot of positive and supportive comments specifically asking to continue on with this YouTube thing. And I just decided that I was just going to do it. I'm going to do it now. And I really wanted to thank you guys for being supportive, and I appreciate that so much. You don't know what it means to me to be gone for so long and to see you guys still interested in me doing stuff on this channel. Now, the last video they uploaded was like 3 years ago, and that was right in the middle of the Pokemon Crystal playthrough. And unfortunately, the last video that I had for that particular playthrough is going to be kind of the end of it. I lost my save file, so I wasn't able to continue on with that playthrough. But, well, we're going to continue on with Gen 3. So, beginning today, we're going to be moving forward with hopefully a daily video of playthrough for Pokemon Emerald, my favorite Pokemon game in the entire series. But before we get to that, I want to say thank you one more time. You guys have been absolutely amazing. You guys have been so kind, you've been supportive, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate all that. But enough of the sappy stuff. Let's jump in right into the game, shall we? All right. Now, it's been a long time since I've actually played this game. This was a game that released 15 years ago, back in 2005. And so, being quite honest, I don't remember a lot about this game. I do remember it was my favorite, and I do remember that I really enjoyed the playthrough that I had. Now, I don't condone cheating, but I do want to let you know that at some point we are going to be doing a little bit of hacking the game, as you will, just so we can experience some of those really special moments that the game has, because if you'll recall, this game had a lot of legendary and mythical Pokemon that you could get, but they were only available through special events, special items, and when I was a kid, I didn't get the chance to get those items. They weren't available where I was living, and I didn't even know about them, because, you know, I'm old, and apparently the internet wasn't something that I was on all the time back then, so I had really no way of knowing that this was even a thing. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to play the game completely 100% legitimately, except when the time comes, we're going to be throwing in some Game Shark codes, so that way we can get Pokemon like Darkrai, Mew, Deoxys, etc. But that's down the road. Alright, let's take a look here. Now, typically when starting out in a Pokemon game, the first thing that I like to do is figure out what gym battles that we're going to be having the first few times, because keeping in mind, in the beginning of every Pokemon game, there's always your starter and then a handful of normal or bug-type Pokemon that are available to you. It's not until later in the game that you get a more wider variety of Pokemon that you can actually obtain. So, thinking about the first few gyms, we have to be very selective about the Pokemon that we're going to be grabbing for our starter. Oh boy, yep. So, for me, I typically have an affinity for Fire-type Pokemon, and Torchic is my favorite of the three. Torchic, Mudkip, and Treecko. Let's see. Forgot how to spell my own name. Okay, there we go. So that's probably what we're going to do this time. Let's go ahead and continue. Yep. You know what's funny? So, Brendan, the character for Gen 3, Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, it wasn't until super recently that I realized that Brendan actually had brown hair. Throughout all this time, I always thought that his white cap was actually his hair, and he was wearing like a green kind of bandana across his head. Kind of a funny thing. Alright. Typical Pokemon intro. Alright. I remember the first time picking up this game and seeing a very different start to it. Talk about your dad, you're in the back of a truck, different animations, like it was just so beautiful for Gen 3. And I never actually owned Ruby or Sapphire. I picked up Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire way later, those remakes, but Emerald was the first one that I got from Gen 3, actually. Okay, it's a Pokemon brand moving delivery service. Alright, let's pop on out. Here we go. Oh, Mom's here. What's going on? Mark, we're here, honey. It must be tiring riding with a... Okay. Little Root Town. How do you like it? It's lovely. This is our new home, a quaint feel, but it seems to be an easy place to live, don't you think? And you get your own room. Mark, let's go inside. I know that Fire Red and Leaf Green, I think those two games stand out as being among the best animated in the Pokemon series, aside from, like, if we ignore the later 3D models. All the way up till, I think, Black 2 and White 2, of all the different pixel sprite designs, those two games stand out to most people. I think Heart Gold and Soul Silver were also up there, but Fire Red and Leaf Green are, like, the best looking. Personally, even though I recognize that they're a bit smoother and a little more polished, Emerald, I don't know, just something about it. It's got a little bit more charm, and I really enjoyed this one. Alright, let's go set the clock. Now, at the time of this playthrough for me, I'm going to set my clock. This is actually really late for me, making this video. Let me go ahead and set this up. Run all the way through. I should be able to speed through this really quickly. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Right about. Here we go. Cool. That's what time it is for me. Yep, that is the correct time. Boom, boom, boom. Hide it like in your room. The same as every previous generation, Mom. Thanks, though. Finish moving everything and downstairs to Pokemon are so convenient. Everything's all there on your desk. Ah, the GameCube. Gotta love it. Game Advance connected to. It's so cool. I remember that May, so Brennan has this blue one, but May has a yellow one, which is like way cooler. Yellow is so much cooler than blue. Flipped open the notebook. Adventure rule number 1. Open the menu with start. Adventureland. All that stuff. All right. So we're good. Actually, wait. Let's take a look and see what's up. Dad might like this program. Yeah. I was really surprised when I first picked up a Gen 3 game and started playing through and found that your dad is one of the gym leaders. That's pretty cool. Is that a spoiler? Hope that's not a spoiler. Item, mail, decoration. I don't care about that. Also, Gen 2 and Gen 3 were the games that kind of picked up on the EVs and IVs and breeding and all that stuff and getting like your ultimate Pokemon. We're probably not going to be doing that here. This is going to be more of a casual playthrough of Pokemon Emerald. We're basically just going to be playing this together and just having a good time, experiencing this all over again. And because it's been 15 years since I've played this game, I feel like this is sort of what it'll be like, or what I remember feeling it being like when I played through the very first time. So, because I don't remember anything about this. Except for May's yellow GameCube, apparently. Okay, I think Dad was on, but we missed him. Too bad. Oh yes, one of Dad's friends lives in town. Professor Birch is his name. Alright, let's go do that. Nope, truck's gone. Wait, are the Pokemon gone too? The Vigoroth that we're moving? Yeah, that's right. Okay, they're gone. Alright, so if I remember, we can just walk right into May's house. This is the weirdest thing ever. You just walk randomly into your neighbor's house. Like, she didn't let me in. It's not like she met me at the door. She was at the dining table, and I just walk in and doesn't even know who I am. Oh, you're Mark, our new next-door neighbor. Totally cool. Walk right in anytime you want. The fridge is open. Oh, also, we have a daughter. If you'd like, go upstairs all by yourself and go hang out with her. She may not be there, though, so surprise her. Creepiest thing ever. All right, walking up the stairs. We're in a girl's room. There it is. That's right, the yellow GameCube. So cool. And that's her Pokeball. Oh, there she is. Alright. Who are you? Why are you in my room? Mom, why is there a strange boy in my room? Why does he have white hair? Alright, she got this dream. Being friends with Pokemon all over the world. Hoping you would be nice and that we could be friends. Just met you, Mark. Oh my gosh, are you falling in love with me already? I'm supposed to go help Dad catch some wild Pokemon. Mark, I'll catch you later. Alright, sounds good. Cool, you do your thing. I'm gonna go down here. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Gold and Silver were the last games where we actually had a rival that was a jerk to us. Everyone has been super friendly since then, and that bothers me. I'll just, I'm always gonna be nostalgic and prefer the smell you later over all this nice friendship thing. It's no fun. Rivals that are friendly, it seems kind of boring to me. Alright. So he's getting attacked by a Zigzagoon. Zigzagoon? I don't even remember which one it is. Whatever. Zigzagoon. Alright, so we're going to pick our starter. Okay, so we've got Torchic, Trico, and we've got Mudkip. Now granted, in typical Pokemon starter fashion, whichever one we grab, our rival, May, is going to get the opposite one. Now, let me think. So the first gym in Emerald, or Gen 3 I should say, I think is ground, and then I think it's fighting and electric, I think. So water would do well in the first one, and then probably suck on the next two big time. Trico would do good for the first two. And then the third one, it's a wash. Electricity, and it doesn't really matter. I'm going to pick Torchic. I don't know if Torchic is necessarily the best elemental advantage over the first three. Well, it's certainly not. But I'm going to pick him anyway just because, like I said, I have a preference for Fire-type Pokemon, so we're going to do that. Also, Zigzagoon, he looks like the shiny version. Oh, I got a female Torchic. I didn't even realize. Okay. Nice. Alright, so Scratch. Nice. Yeah, I remember that a lot of times my friends, when they were starting up the Pokemon game, they would save right before they picked up their starter and then restart the game multiple times over and over again to try and get the certain gender they wanted, so that way they can either trade with themselves so they can do breeding, or they can, you know, trade with someone else, whatever. But I remember they also were trying to get a shiny starter, and that never worked out, and I think it was because the shinies were locked. I think they've always been locked, but I don't remember. Saw grass studying wild Pokemon when I was jumped. You saved me. Thanks a lot. Ah, you're Mark. This isn't the place to chat. Come back to my Pokemon lab later, okay? Professor Birch. So, Mark, I've heard so much about you from your father. I've heard that you don't have your own Pokemon yet. But the way you battled earlier, you pulled it off with a plume? What does that mean? A plume? I gotta look that up later. I guess you have your father's blood in your veins after all. Oh yes, as thanks for rescuing me, I'd like you to have the Pokemon you used earlier. Mark received the Torchic. Yeah, I always had preferred that if they, like, double-checked with you here, that Torchic you had was great. Are you sure you want to keep it? Give a nickname. So, I've never really been one for nicknames in Pokemon games either. But, what I will say is this. So, if you guys are interested, leave comments down below, and if I catch a Pokemon, or there's a Pokemon that you want me to catch, and you want me to give it a nickname, the most clever nickname wins. We'll do that. If you think there's a Pokemon coming up in an upcoming playthrough, leave a comment and be like, hey, this is a Pokemon I want you to catch. This is what you should nickname it. Something like that. I think that might be a fun, interactive way to get you guys involved with this playthrough. And since this stuff isn't live, no, whatever. We're just going to leave it as is. Since this stuff isn't live, I will be looking at the comments very closely to see if there's any recommendation that you guys have. Again, like I said, I don't really nickname my Pokemon that much, but if you guys have any recommendations, let's make it fun. Let's make it creative. Okay, it might be a good idea to go see May. Sure. Yeah, let's go see May again. Also, I need to pick up the running shoes for Mom. I don't know when I get those, though. I would talk to these townspeople, but they always say things useless like, don't go into tall grass without a wild Pokemon, or don't forget to save your game often. Is she upstairs still? What am I forgetting? Where is May? I don't remember where May's at. I was not paying attention. If he told me, I wasn't reading that, and I don't remember. Oh, okay, I forget. She's up here. That's her. I remember now. She's up here. Alright. I think we've got Zigzagoon and Wurmple here. Yeah. So, also, I do plan on, in between playthroughs, doing a bit of grinding, so that way you guys don't have to watch me do that. I want to level up quite a bit, since the ground-type Pokemon, the fighting, and the electric in the first 3 gyms, I don't have an advantage over that with fire, I don't think. So, I'm probably going to grind to try and get level advantage over them. If you guys want to watch me grind, let me know, and then we can do that. But I'm probably not going to do that unless you guys let me know. So, just a heads up. Alright. Is this a gym battle? Or a gym battle? Trainer battle? No. Youngster Joey, if Pokemon get tired, taking it. Thank you for that profound insight of information that I never would have thought to do myself. Oh, that's right. Poochyena. I'm probably going to fight almost every wild Pokemon I see for a little while, just so I can build my level up. I think Torchic learns Focus Energy at roughly level 7, something like that. So if that's the case, it'll be a little while until we grow to the level where we get our first elemental attack, Ember. I think Mudkip actually gets its elemental attack first among the 3 starters. I forget what Trico learns. It's like Absorb or some weak attack. It's nothing really that great. But Mudkip learns, I think, Water Gun or Bubble. I can't remember. But then in one of the earlier towns, we can get a water type of our own, which would be Wingull and Meryl, I think. Actually, let's heal up. I forgot to do that. And I need to go to the mart and use my $3,000 savings to buy some items. Thank you for waiting. We restored your Pokemon full health. Now, you'll remember earlier I mentioned that we would be doing a little bit of Game Shark hacking so we can get some legendary and mythical Pokemon. I want to be clear, we're not going to use any cheats to give us any other in-game advantages. I just want to unlock those items so that way we can experience them. Because I remember seeing someone get Darkrai one time, and they got like some boat pass or something, and you take a boat and you travel to, I don't know, some place that you can't get to otherwise in the game normally, and you end up going into what looked like some sort of haunted little cavern or something, and cavern? No, cabin? That's what I meant to say, cabin. And you run into Darkrai in there. Let's grab a couple of these. Remember Mew? You run into him in like some like forest. It's kind of a small little puzzle. Deoxys is like in space. You have to do that too. Paralyzed Heal. You know what? I actually should buy more than one of these each. I'm gonna buy one more Antidote, one more Paralyzed Heal, and 2 Awakening. I'll buy one more of these. We can always buy more if we need, but I think 2 is a decent starting point. And we won't get Pokeballs until a little bit later, so there we go. That's fine. Wait, did I buy that? Let me see. Let me check my bag. Oh, I only bought 1 Awakening. Okay, hold on. Let me buy 1 more. And then we will continue. Alright, there we go. I don't really talk to NPCs all that much, and I probably should, but I don't really care to. Also, the position of my cam, I put this here just because it didn't interfere with the text dialogue that we get. So if, for whatever reason, you guys want me to move it around or adjust it, let me know. It's been a long time since I've done a YouTube thing, so I'm a bit rusty. So I'm going to need your input and feedback to adjust it accordingly. Alright. Oh, dang. Sweet. Okay, let's go beat May real quick. I think, yeah, there she is. Now, I read in my leading up to my triumphant comeback to YouTube, that typically YouTube videos are best if they're left roughly around 10 minutes or so before you lose viewer retention, and we're going to be coming up on 20 minutes by the time we're done with this video. So going forward, the videos are probably going to be 10 minutes or so, and they'll be daily. Now, if there is something that you want me to do about that by adjusting the video length to be a little bit longer, again, feedback is welcome, let me know. I'm still trying to figure out how I want to approach this going forward. So we'll do this Pokemon Emerald playthrough at 10 minutes per episode going forward, and then if you guys want any changes to be made on that, just let me know, and I will happily do that. Cool, there we go. I think we learned Focus Energy here, which I've never really been one for defensive abilities like this. I've always been for offensive attacks, so I don't care about that at all. Cool. Alright. Thinking of why my dad has an eye out for you now. I mean, I just got that Pokemon, but it already likes you. You might be able to befriend any kind of Pokemon easily. Well, it's time to head back to the lab. Alright. Cool. Alright, let's heal up one more time. Head back to the lab, and we're all good. Alright. We'll just wrap it up right here, actually. We'll save the lab for the next episode. But I really appreciate you guys sticking around for this. I know it's been a really long time since I've done any YouTube stuff, so I know this is a little bit out of the blue, but I appreciate your support. You guys have been fantastic, and I promise that I'm going to try and be a lot more consistent going forward. This will go ahead and just wrap up our first installment of our Pokemon Emerald playthrough. Pokemon Emerald playthrough. So if you guys enjoyed it, go ahead and leave a like down below, subscribe, and comment as much as you can. The comments help me most because I know exactly what you want out of the channel going forward, and we can go on this journey together. So anyway, thank you once again. I will see you guys next time when we continue our Pokemon Emerald playthrough, and thank you for everything. Thank you for supporting me and coming back, and I'm happy to be doing this for you guys. So it means everything to me. But I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy, and have a good day.